Happy New Year. Welcome in. Make sure y'all smash that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe. We made it to another motherfucking year. That's on period.
The following film is intended for mature audiences and contains adult content, graphic language, graphic violence. Viewer discretion is advised. We'll leave it up to you.
Hello, y'all. Welcome in. How's everybody doing this morning? Good morning, good morning. There was only a couple of, well, one of us here right now, but welcome in. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. We made it to another year. If you're new to Leftover Family, please make sure you smash that thumbs up button for me and make sure you subscribe and make sure them post notifications on. We have a message today from this anonymous man, y'all. I found this yesterday and I thought it was really interesting. I haven't really watched it yet. Hey, Solo Trip, welcome in. Happy New Year. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, so I kind of want to see what it's about. So I like when they have mystery secrets and stuff about time travel. So this is going to be interesting, y'all. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Time travel is an interesting topic. There's various stories floating around online of people who claim to have time traveled. Although these stories are interesting and they make you think about the future, scientists have said that none of them are true. They are all made up, and that there's no evidence that anyone has ever time traveled. Regardless, this hasn't stopped people from coming forward with their stories of time travel. One time traveler who wishes to stay anonymous came forward and detailed what they saw in the future. They said that they worked for a government project that selected a few individuals to be part of a top secret mission. The man didn't go into detail about the project, but said that during the process the candidates were kept in the dark in regards to what the mission was about, and didn't find out until last minute that they would be part of a group that would time travel. The only credentials he listed was that he was high up in the military, had dedicated his life to their services, didn't have family and didn't have any children, saying that this was one of the requirements needed in order to be part of the team. The man detailed that energy never leaves the universe.
Now, just to give a little background information, time travel is real. We all think time travel is like, you snap your fingers and you're there. No, that's not what time travel is. But we time travel on a day-to-day basis as humans when we travel from place to place, whether we walk in a vehicle, we do time travel. Hence to why when you travel different states or different parts of the world, time zones change, right? You jump time or you drop back in time. If we travel far enough, time will change. Um, but I think it's very, very interesting.
And that once it's out there can still be seen if you have the correct machinery. The device that allowed him to time travel would lock onto these clusters of energy that were floating around in the universe, and in turn the machine would turn them into moving images. He also detailed that there was another machine that would allow you to travel forwards in time, or at least see events that would play out in the future. He said the following: "Many time travel claims may not be wrong, because what I may have seen on one timeline may not match up with what someone else has seen on another. There's countless possibilities that could happen to our universe in the future, and when we lock onto these cosmic energies, we are just seeing one possibility out of an infinite number of possibilities." End quote. The man detailed that our future doesn't look bright, or that the timeline in which he saw doesn't look good for humanity.
I mean, we could tell that just by based off what's happening in the world around us. I think it's pretty interesting that things are starting to change and people are starting to become more aware, whether it's spiritually, all kind of things. Everybody's starting to become more aware. Things are changing. Um, I'm not sure if we're just entering um, what do you call those? I forgot what they call those. But anyway, um, yeah, it's just interesting, and the fact that they say that it's changing, I believe that. But again, time travel is not a conspiracy. People think it's a big conspiracy. There's a lot of facts that just surround it.
He detailed that mass famine will spread across the world in the next 100 years, and
It's
that
already
freedom will
started.
be virtually non existent. He details that this doesn't plan out in the way that many people think it would, saying that there's not a horrible leader, but rather the vast majority of humans voluntarily give up their freedom without knowing. He said that doing basic things in the future will be tough for the majority of humanity, also noting that the human population levels out at around 10 billion people. He says that by 2150, 4 billion people will be very poor and will struggle to drink and eat. He said that there will be an overruling one world government that will lay out plans to help these people live, but in doing so, the majority of their freedom will be given up because they can't afford to own anything. The man ended by saying this is just one outcome he saw, and that it doesn't necessarily mean that it will come true. Regardless, though, he did warn that if we stay on the same path we're on, it will greatly affect humanity in the long run.
So, okay, now this is very interesting, because we already start to see signs of this now with technology. The facial recognition, uh, cell phones have the ability to be able to, they have cameras on them, they have microphones on them. People always get like this sketchy thing about phones and about the cameras, but it's legit real. I'm not saying that the government is just sitting there watching everybody through their phones. No, but if they really wanted to, they can. How do you think they track down these big drug dealers and people that are wanted big time? They use their cell phone data, all kind of things. Um, but but again, we always have the ability to change the future, to change the outcome, if you change direction in life, and that's with anything in life. Interesting.
Other alleged time travelers have said that the future they've seen will not benefit the majority of humanity, and that we need to change our ways. Online users who've heard these stories have given their opinions, with some believing them while others have said they're just stories. One online user has said the following: "There's part of me that wants to believe that time travelers are real, but then the other part of me doesn't want to believe this happens. Part of me also thinks that these people may be part of the top 1%, and that they're sending a warning out to us, but using the disguise as being a time traveler so they don't out themselves. I've heard a few of these time travel stories, and some of them detail the same thing. Perhaps it's someone trying to warn us about the future, and that they're trying to open our eyes to what's going on before it's too late." End quote. Well, this person doesn't buy into the idea that people can time travel, saying the following: "Although I like to hear these kinds of stories, to me they're just fiction. It's just someone making up stories for entertainment purposes."
I don't know. So I kind of believe like people do time travel in big jumps. What do you guys believe? Do you guys believe time travel is something real, something made up? Like as far as like time traveling through the future, as far as years, months, weeks. But again, like I said before, I know we time travel in small increments when we travel day to day, which is in minutes, seconds, and hours. But it's very interesting to hear about how the military is involved, because the military has a lot of technology that we don't know about. They have army base um, in Arizona, that's restricted access, so nobody can go out there. We have a lot of secret things going on that we really don't know, and frankly, in life, we don't ask anything. We just let it float by us. And if you notice, people are starting to change their lives up a little bit. People are starting to purchase land. People are starting to invest more. So that may be the reason, what I'm saying? There may be the select few who are aware and know what's happening, and they're trying to purchase land, something of value. So that way, when it does happen, they're not amongst the 4 million people who are broke and penniless who don't have anything.
End quote. Scientists have said in regards to time travel that although evidence of this being able to occur in our universe is yet to be proven, according to the efforts made in understanding gravitational waves and the warping of space and time, Einstein came across a strange revelation when it came to understanding the nature of distance in the universe. It was originally believed in classical physics that the shortest possible distance between 2 points was that of a straight line drawn between both points. However, Einstein challenged this idea by noting that the very fabric of space and time could be warped and bent, meaning that the shortest distance between 2 points is rather the 2 points being directly folded on top of each other. His analogy was often compared to a worm and an apple. Rather than going around the surface of the apple to get to the other side, the worm could burrow through the apple, creating a hole in the surface and appearing directly on the other side.
That is true, and most of these facts and opinions come from some of the most smartest people to ever walk on the earth. You know what I'm saying? People that have changed the life of humanity as it is. So I really think that them smart people, we better listen up to smart people because they know what the hell they talk about 9 times out of 10.
It's of no surprise then that this theoretical tear through the fabric of space and time is referred to as that of a wormhole. This means that if properly achieved, movement across the universe could be shortened to something known as instantaneous transportation. This means that rather than traveling any distance whatsoever, theoretically one would have to travel no distance at all, and would seemingly appear at the desired location at any distance across the universe. Once the mechanisms for how such a movement is achieved, it would be possible that to travel between planets, we would not even have to exit the atmosphere to appear on the other side of the universe. US officials have just announced that hackers tried to poison the water system in Florida. They reported that a computer hacker gained access to the water system and attempted to pump it full of a dangerous amount of chemicals. US officials said the hacker was successful to an extent, as they managed to increase the amount of sodium hydroxide in the treatment system. However, workers quickly noticed the change and reversed it. Those who work in water treatment said that lye is used in small amounts to control acidity.
Now that is scary. Now, who has the knowledge, the capability to hack into something like that to put millions of people's lives at jeopardy? Like I remember this happening. I remember, we've been talking about this. This is very scary for a lot of people. This is why a lot of people do not drink tap water. But again, the same thing could happen to a bottling place. Somebody could tap into it, not know, and the water gets bottled up and shipped out to billions of people. This is scary, like on another level.
But putting a large amount could have major consequences.
Yeah.
Old Sun Mayor Eric Seedow said the following: "There's a bad actor out there. As of right now, those investigating the case have said no arrests have been made, and that it's not even known if this was done by someone within the United States. The hacker was able to do what they did by hacking into the water treatment system. An operator who was working that day didn't initially realize what was going on, and thought it was their supervisor who had made the changes. But once the hacker got into the system again in the afternoon, alarm bells started going off. It's reported by investigators that the treatment software increased the sodium hydroxide content from 100 parts per million to 11,100 parts per million.
Wow. Think about that. That could have killed or made a lot of people have massive health problems, health issues. And this is another scary thing that these water treatment plants like this don't have like a protocol to where if they notice a change, instantly stop because it should go through several different people. It should go through at least 3 different people for a change. I'm sure there's some kind of protocol. I'm sure not just one supervisor can make these changes. They can, but they probably have to go through to get authorization, clearance, whatever else. But the fact that the man noticed the change, but thought it was a supervisor, shows that there is no kind of security structure as to making changes. That's crazy. Had the hacker have not done it again, he would have noticed. That is something right there. Red flags.
Noticing that this could be very dangerous, the operator immediately reduced the level to normal. Residents, though, were left questioning how an individual would be able to do this,
Yeah.
and what stops them from doing it again at a different location. They now know they can hack into the water system, so who's to say they won't do something worse? County Sheriff Bob Giulitteri said the following: "I'm not a chemist, but I can tell you what I do know, and that's if you put that amount of substance into the drinking water, it's not a good thing. At no time was there a significant adverse effect on the water being treated. Importantly, the public was never in danger." End quote.
I wouldn't say never in danger. Okay. There was some type of danger. I'm not saying it's like immediate danger, but that was the danger itself. Just imagine people who have high blood pressure anyway, and sodium, that much sodium, oh, they're probably dead on site. And like they said, if they did it once, they know they could do it again, and they could do it to other treatment plants. Because unfortunately, here in the U.S., we have like a repeated thing. So if this place is set up like this, that place don't have it set up the same way or similar. So if they hacked into there, they can hack into anywhere and not be traced. That's still scary.
What's worrying is that security experts have been warning about these kinds of attacks for years. Daniel Zafar, manager of analysis at Mandiant Threat Intelligence, said the following: "Since last year, Mandiant Threat Intelligence has observed an increase in cyber incidents by novice hackers seeking to access and learn about remotely accessible industrial systems. Many of the victims appear to have been selected arbitrarily, such as small critical infrastructure asset owners and operators who serve small populations. Through remote interactions with these systems, actors have engaged in limited impact operations, but none of these cases has resulted in damage to people or infrastructure. Fortunately, industrial processes are often designed and monitored by professional engineers who incorporate safety mechanisms to prevent unexpected modifications. We believe that the increasing interest in industrial control systems by actors of this nature is the result of the increased availability of tools and resources that reduce the barrier to learn about and interact with these systems." End quote. Over the years, people have discovered strange things coming out of their taps in their homes.
Whoa, red flag. If I see something like that coming out of my toilet in my sink, oh baby, I'm never drinking that water. Not even bathing in it. That looks toxic. Toxic. I'm not sure what that is just yet. But can you imagine what would you do if that came out of your sink or your toilet in your kitchen, your bathroom, your shower, wherever it was, even your water hose outside? What would that make you do? What would that make you think? Toxic.
The most recent one came in the form of purple water. This happened to residents in Ohio. They said that when they turned on their taps, pink water came out. Incredibly, this affected all households and businesses in the region, with many wanting an answer for what this strange substance was. For a short time, it was a complete mystery, and no one had any idea as to what was causing it. However, after a short investigation, it turned out the color was due to a problem at the water treatment plant. It was reported that large quantities of sodium permanganate leaked into the plant, causing the water to turn this color. The chemical is used to improve the smell and taste of the water. However, what many had concerns with is when they were told it was safe to drink. As you can imagine, not everyone felt entirely comfortable with this.
Hell no. Isn't it the same instance that they just talked about that happened in Florida? Too much sodium. That's the same thing. So do you think somebody hacked into this treatment center as well, or do you think it was an inside job? I mean, I don't think it was an inside job because I don't think there's anybody in the world that would put their family and friends in that much jeopardy because you have family and friends around you as well. And if you do something like that, you're gonna put them all in jeopardy. You're gonna kill it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't drink it. Nope. Wouldn't trust it. Wouldn't be showered. Wouldn't be bathing in it. I still poop and pee in it. But when it comes to shower and bathing, count me out, babe. Nope, not no purple pink ass water.
And many compared it to the time drinking water turned black. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. Going back a few years ago, officials said that residents in Texas should not be alarmed as the black water is safe to drink.
Again, no, no, because officials don't care. I no way in hell I'm drinking this nasty. Not funny, but there's no way in hell you can convince me that this water is okay to drink by any means. No, no, sorry.
But many residents were angry, as they
I'll be
didn't feel
pissed.
like it was safe. It was soon reported by many that the black water came out of taps in bathtubs, sinks, and was even going into their washing machines. However, water officials did say there is nothing wrong with the water. They said the black colour comes from having too much iron in it, and even encouraged people to drink it. Photographs and stories soon started to be shared on social media, with people annoyed and disgusted that they were told this was okay to drink. One person said they'll drink it once they see a government official drink it.
That's how you do it. Exactly. When you see a government official or somebody high ranking drink something like this, okay, I'll drink it because they're not going to kill themselves. They got too much power, too much money. They're just not going to do it. But if they're not touching it, oh, you think I'm going to touch it? Like, no, that that water looks like something you see off a horror movie. You know what I mean?
The majority of people weren't buying that this water was safe to drink. The black water had been an issue for residents for over a week. Some residents were so frustrated that they started to post videos online, saying that they wanted answers for why it's been like this for so long. Others said they had no choice and had to wash and drink the water. One resident said the following: "How can they expect people to drink this stuff? It looks horrible. Never have I seen black water, and never have I heard people drinking black water. This isn't right." End quote. One homeowner scooped up some of the leftover water onto her finger and showed what looked to be a dark brown substance.
Let me ask y'all this: would y'all drink this dark black water if it came out of your sink and faucets? Would you bathe in it? Because if you put your hands in it, you're gonna have black all over your body. I mean, for me, it wouldn't matter, but you know what I'm saying. But you get what I'm saying. I don't know what it is, but me personally, I wouldn't drink it. Count me out.
The resident collected some of the brown water in a jar, explaining that it was not right for the city to expect people to come home and see black water coming out of their taps, and not only that, but also expecting them to drink and wash in it. So my question is, what do you make of these stories? And if this happened to you and you saw black water coming out of your taps, would you drink it? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.
Now, me personally, y'all, I'm not drinking it. Nope. No, ma'am. No, sir. Count me out. Government, you a lie? Because I'm not drinking that shit. I am not putting my lips on that cup. No, not at all, sir. Not at all. Not one bit. Y'all, um, let me know what you guys think in the comments sections once this video posts. But yeah, also I'm doing a premiere at 1 p.m. You guys are more than welcome to come. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe with the post notifications turned on, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.
Your love is a one and a million.